What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Wicked Blades here. It's Friday. It's Fatwood Friday. I am excited to show you one of my new toys. We're going to do Fatwood Friday. We do have JC's flint rod here. Or ferro rod, I'm sorry. But today, I'm going to give one of the ones that Stan the Man sent me a shot. As you can see, I cleaned up a spot on it. I am going to put me a nice little handle on here, though. I just haven't got to it yet because I wanted to try this guy out first. We're going to give that one a shot. But check out my new baby addition to the collection that I just got at the antique mall. Check this out. Check this out. It is that Case Trapper Lock. She is in good condition. She's just dirty. She's dirty. I'm going to do a cleanup. And once I clean her up, I will give you guys the reveal. It is CV steel. So it will get a nice patina. It has... What she got? What she got? It's a little bit dirty. Let's see. Okay. I know you guys know this trick. You could take a pencil. That's why I carry a pencil in my phone case. And you could clean your tank stamp up some. If it's got rust, it'll actually clean the rust off. Not perfect, but enough to where you could try to read the tank stamp. And then, of course, the lead in it, because lead's abrasive, and that's how it takes the rust off. And then on top of that, the lead will fill in the holes, blackening the stamp, and that way it gives you a little bit more visibility. Okay, so we got 4 X's, no dots. Let's pull out our case card because I'm not great at the tang stamps. Case card coming out. And we have the case with a long tail. This is a 96 model. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Oh, okay. It's a 2016. It's a 2016. It's a case 2016, if you could see the tang stamp there. It's got 4 dots. Hopefully you could see it. Alright, anyways, in my video of the walk around earlier, before getting home, I literally just got home. It's been a long day. I had to fight with my pain management doctor. Anyways, went to the antique store because me and him had spoke the previous week, I believe, about him purchasing items if you brought in items, which is super cool. And what I wound up having to do, because he has to contact each vendor of the items that they sell, because each booth is pretty much unique to or specific to those items. So when I brought in the box of knives, of the knives that I put up for trade on my channel, I hadn't got any responses, so I didn't think you guys wanted any of those. So I took them in there, and he said he knows his knife guy will be interested. He just wasn't getting back to him. And so he asked if it was okay if I left the knives there with him, and I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. I also took in some of my autographed jerseys and some of my sports cards that I collected when I was a teenager and a kid, so they're all 1980. Well, I've got 70s, 80s, and 90s in there. And, they just been sitting around collecting dust, quite literally. So I took in my sports card collection, that box full of knives. I believe it was like 30 or 35 knives. And I took in 4 of my autographed jerseys that I don't really care much about. And currently I'm making fluff inside the shaver that Stan sent me in that package. So we're making fluff for our Fatwood. Anyways, I took all that stuff in, and then he was waiting for responses from his sellers to get back to him while I walked around and did the video. And when it was all said and done, I made my 20-minute video, I believe it was, and me and him conversated another 20, 30 minutes. So basically an hour of our time had been eaten up, and he was concerned about that, which I wasn't too concerned. I was there to do business. He asked if I mind leaving the stuff there. He took my contact information and said once his sellers come in or contact him on the phone, because he sent them pictures and everything, we'll see if we could come up with a deal or no deal. Either way, it's okay. And then we discussed me getting a booth there, which I am now going to speak with the wife now that she got home from work. And I'm sure with the amount of stuff we've got, she's probably going to say yes. She's more than likely she's going to say yes, because it's time to start cleaning up some of this stuff, that we've accumulated. Because we've accumulated some stuff from past relatives that have passed away, and we've had to clean up some of their stuff, and we've just kind of stockpiled. It's kind of sad to say, but it happens to all of us. We have relatives that we got to go pick up and clear out stuff that nobody wants and everything like that, and it just happens. And so we've got a large accumulation, not just our stuff, we've got relative stuff. And so I think it's going to be a go-ahead with the wife, and we'll become antique store vendors, which will be fun for me, because I get to spend money in the antique store. And anyways, the trapper lock, we're using our heli today. The trapper lock, the gentleman who has that specific booth had it marked at $41. So as I was talking with the store owner, that trapper lock had been there for a while. So I told him that. I explained that to him. I was like, hey, I've actually got video proof that it's been here for a while. Do you want it to move? I'm sure the vendor would like stuff to move. What's the best he could do on it? And so he called that vendor. That vendor actually answered, and we had a discussion. The store owner told him, hey, this guy is always in here. He makes videos of our store. He goes, specifically your booth, because your booth has the most knives. And he goes, this guy's boosting our store up and shamelessly throwing out free ads, is how he put it, which was hilarious. And so the owner of the booth, the vendor, said, you know what? Knock $10 off. So I was like, man, $31, heck yeah, sold. Didn't have to tell me twice, So that beauty came home with me, And like I said, once I get her cleaned up and looking tip top like she should, with a new razor edge, I will reveal her to you. And yeah, I'm so glad to have a new baby at home with me now. You know, it's always fun to get new toys. I swear, this Fatwood smells so good. Dude, this Helly is just slicey. She's pretty, you know? Just makes easy work of this. Such thin, small, super thin slivers. Look at that. All right. Get that all right there. You know what? We'll add that to the pile. You know what I'm going to try? I want to try this jute twine. Let's see how this jute twine burns. You take and you unravel this jute twine. As you see, I pulled off of just the one. I pulled one little strand off. And then you take the jute twine and you basically unravel everything and make it into little hairs, you know. Just get it all harried up. I've seen guys in a pinch just use the jute twine to make a fire. You know, you could just use that on top of your dry clippings. You know, if all you can find is leaves and weeds and stuff like that, you know, and just little twigs, dude, whatever will help you survive, you know, whatever will help you survive. But yeah, it was, I don't know, it was an exciting day getting the new toy and a possible new venture in the near future. I really like that thought, and you know, having the opportunity to get rid of a lot of our junk, and well, I don't want to call it junk, but you know, stuff that we've collected for way too long and we've lost interest in. I think everybody goes through those phases. They collect something, you know, it piques their interest at that moment. It's the new and exciting, you know, whatever it is, and then elote, chicharrone, raspao. Dude, I love this stuff. I'm such a fat kid. Okay. We have our jute twine. We've got our shavings. As you can see right there, if I'm showing it off, hopefully I am. Got us our nice little pile. And now we're going to take our heli and our ferro rod. Look at that, look at that. One and done. Well, two and done. I can't lie about it. I can't lie about it. Pete's got me topped right there. His one and dones, man. His one and dones. I wish I had one hitter quitters, man. You know? Almost there, though. Almost there, Pete. I'm going to catch you. I'm going to catch you, Pete. I'll get right there with you, Pete. Alright, so Fatwood Friday brought to us by Pete, that Jersey knife guy. And this week, I'm going to call out. Who do we want to call out? I'm not sure who I want to call out, you know? There's so many wonderful content creators out there Who hasn't done one? Who hasn't done a Fatwood Friday? I think everybody's done a Fatwood Friday. You know what? My call out is to everyone. Because everyone is awesome. Everyone's awesome. We got JC, Pete, Luke, Thomas, Stan the Man. Like, dude, come on. Who, you know? They're all the greats. They're all the greats. How's it a loss? You know, there is no loss. They're all wonderful guys. They've all done Fatwood Friday. I don't know who you would call out other than everyone, so we could do it all next week again. Get on here and show the love. Yeah, baby. This week, I call out everyone. Let's do it. And there's my Fixed Blade Friday. The heli ergonomics are great on that handle. Look at that handle. That wood is beautiful. Man, that could have been a Wood Wednesday too. I didn't think about it. Feels great in the hand. Slicey. Built in Norway. Fatwood Friday, baby. Fatwood Friday. Told you guys I'd get it. It's late, but I got it. This is Wicked Blades. I love you guys. You guys stay safe out there. Always carry a pocket knife. Peace.